Hey everyone, Brickhouse here, and I don't know about you guys, but the stuff that is going on surrounding The Blind Side, the lawsuit filed by Michael Oher, the response by the Toohey family, then finding out that Michael Oher, before the lawsuit, was trying to blackmail the Toohey family into paying him, it was like $15 million. And now, thankfully, we have some common sense setting in. And this article is coming from Breitbart. Actor Quinton is coming out in defense of Sandra Bullock. Now, the reason why he's having to defend Sandra Bullock is because the woke mob, the social media superheroes that are sitting in their mama's basements on their keyboard, the keyboard warriors, attacking Sandra Bullock because she's starting a freaking movie that has to do with the story of Michael Oher. So here's what's going on. Quinton Aaron, who portrayed Michael Oher in the movie The Blind Side, has had to come out and defend Sandra Bullock amid the hate mob's call for her to relinquish her Oscar over the recent explosive allegations against the Toohey family. What the hell, people? So, let me get this straight. Michael Oher couldn't be adopted, so because he was 18 years old, so the family entered into conservatorship for him so he can go play football at Ole Miss. So while at Ole Miss, he can be rather successful at what he does as an offensive lineman, get drafted in the first round of the draft as an offensive lineman. Writes a couple books. And here it is, 14 years later, he's retired out of the NFL. He's made money in the NFL. He's going to blackmail the Toohey family to pay him royalties he should have been paid for the movie and for the book, even though he did get paid 14 grand, I think, for the book. That was his share, shared with the rest of the family. Then you have the Toohey family saying, hey, This has all been discussed. This was all laid out when you were 18 years old. Yes, you're under a conservatorship. Why he's still under conservatorship, I have no idea at age 37, but he still is. And so now the crosshairs are on Sandra Bullock because she won an Oscar for portraying Leanne Toohey in the movie. And she should give it back. Speaking with Fox News, Aaron said that Bullock has nothing to feel guilty about for her and her portrayal of Leanne Toohey in the hit film, for which she won a Best Actress Oscar, entering the coveted pantheon of Academy Award-winning actresses throughout history. There's nothing to say she had anything to do with this. She was an actress who got hired to do a job. She did it so well, she was rewarded for it. Why would you take that reward just because of what's going on today, 14 years later? Aaron noted that Sandra Bullock has been grieving over the loss of her longtime partner, Brian Randall, after his battle with ALS. Yes, for those of you that didn't know, she had just lost her partner, husband, boyfriend, fiance, I don't know what he was, to a horrible disease, ALS, otherwise known as Lou Gehrig's disease. The attacks against Bullock hit online Monday after the former NFL star Michael Oher accused the Toohey family of profiting off his life story with the hit movie The Blind Side. Some of her critics called upon Bullock to return her Oscar. This is Brandon Walker on X. Sandra Bullock should give her Oscar back. She knows she didn't deserve that shit. Hey, Brandon Walker. Her winning an Oscar for a movie has nothing to do with the real life situation. So for you to call for her to give her Oscar back, how about no? As The Blind Side documented in the early 2000s, the Tui family took Orr into their home during his time at a private high school, blah, 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 where he excelled in football. Orr came from a troubled home life, and the Tuis opted to support him as he finished high school. He eventually went on to Ole Miss, later joined the NFL. On Monday, Orr alleged in a bombshell lawsuit that the family essentially fooled him into a conservatorship to profit off his name. Now, there's something that came out about this. I'll have to find it here real quick, but there was something about that in, I can't remember if it was the Daily Mail, but he knew and wrote about the conservatorship in his book he wrote in 2011. Is basically what this article says, and I can't find it off the top of my head. So to say that he was fooled into a conservatorship, I don't think so. He was 18 years old. It was all laid out to him. His mother at the time was involved. Here it is. Michael Orr wrote about his conservatorship in the 2011 memoir, I Beat the Odds, more than 10 years before accusing the Tui family of duping him into thinking he had been adopted. Just saying. Even recently, when Mr. Orr started to threaten them about what he would do unless I paid him an 8-figure windfall as part of the shakedown effort, refused to cash the small profit checks from the Tuis. They deposited Mr. Orr's equal share into a trust account they set up for his son. Singer further charged that Orr had been dropped by other lawyers until he found a willing enabler and filed his ludicrous lawsuit as a cynical attempt to drum up attention in the middle of his latest book tour. And there you have it. He wrote another book. He's going on a book tour. Well, what better, they always say no publicity is bad publicity. So what better way than to gin up some publicity for your book tour than to decide, hey, you know what? I'm going to sue this family that took me in after I blackmailed them. Now, I get it. There's two sides to every story. It's up to you, the public. It's up to myself to choose who you're going to believe. And the more about this that comes out, the more I'm starting to think that the Tui family isn't the people at fault here. Now, this video is about Sandra Bullock and should she give back her Oscar? The answer is no. And any of you keyboard warriors out there who are threatening Sandra Bullock saying, you didn't earn that, you need to give it back, shut up. Just shut up. So, there you have it. Pick your side, choose your side. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. While you're at it, please smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell to get notified when my content becomes live here on YouTube. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you later.